Respectfully checking back in. Capo status. The best there is, the best there was, the best they ever gonna be. New details. Keffe D might be in more trouble. Keffe D might be in more trouble. 6 men and 10 women so far when they did the breakdown of the jury just an hour ago. New details in the Keffe D Tupac trial. Keffe D might be in more trouble. Y'all know women love Pac. Pac got the ladies, man. Hey, he might be in trouble. What 50 Cent said? I want them to love me like they love Pac. Oh no. He might be in trouble. You hear me? This ninja might be in danger. If it's more women than men on the jury, oh no. Oh shit. Who idea was that? Because, you know, we got some funny style ass ninjas that they hate on Pac. Hey, even today, fake ass Rich Gang member was like, oh, Pac was a gullible kid. What do you mean? Pac was a grown ass man. He was 25. What part? Where was he a kid at? Yeah, we had some fake ass Rich Gang member. Then just had to shoot him down in the chat. Talking about Pac was a gullible kid. What part of Pac was gullible? No puff. And what part of him was a kid? 21 gun salute. This just in Vegas news and Cali news. So far, they got 10 women and 6 men. I thought the jury was supposed to be 12 ninjas altogether, 12 people altogether. When did it become 16? Or is that not the final breakdown? I always thought it was judged by 12. Draw comments below. Let's talk about it. Solo, what's good? Who's snizzy? Wrench Gang, Solo, Wrench Gang, who's snizzy? Wrench Gang, Montero, yo, Laws, what's good? 21 gun salute. Christopher Anderson, no relation to Orlando. Wrench Gang, what's good? Val, where you been? Yo, bro, it's crazy out here. Right? So, let me see. If I can actually see this. So according to Las Vegas AP, 21 gun salute, let me see if I can just give some narrative on this. A jury of 6 men and 10 women was selected Thursday to hear the case against an ex-gang leader accused of the orchestration of Tupac, killing nearly 30 years ago in one of the hip-hop's most pivotal moments. Opening statements at the murder trial in Las Vegas are expected to begin Monday. So Monday, like Reggie was saying, pork butt, how did you know? Why is you leaking what the DA is telling you, right? Opening statements at the murder trial in Las Vegas are expected to begin Monday. Family members and fans of the legendary rapper have been waiting for decades to learn the truth behind the 9/6 drive-by shooting that left Shakur dead at the height of his career. Shakur was 25 when he was shot near the Las Vegas Strip at a time when he was in the middle of a fierce battle of dominance in the music scene shaped by gang rivals. Authorities 3 years ago charged Davis with the homicide, describing him as the shot caller who orchestrated the shooting. Davis has pleaded not guilty and could be sentenced to life in prison if convicted. Hold on, cause y'all ninjas is in the way. Val, you got those readers on. Now I can read. I'm not the Chichi Man YouTuber, ninja. That nigga can't read. That nigga Choke, I watched his live show the other day. He was trying to read Reggie's grand jury statement. Nigga, he was coughing. I was like, you got hepatitis? The first YouTuber to show signs of hepatitis. The hepatitis YouTuber. His fucking audience was like, yo, you good over here, Choke? This shit was crazy. Are you serious? The nigga. Yo, yeah, we could read on this side. What it is I probably ain't take my meds. Nah, let me stop. 21 good salute. Shakur was 25 when he got shot at when he was shot near the Vegas Strip at a time when he was in the middle of a fierce battle of dominance in the music scene shaped by gang rivals or rival gangs. Authorities 3 years ago charged Duane Davis with the homicide, describing him as a shot caller who orchestrated the shooting. Davis has pleaded not guilty and could be sentenced to life. 16 jurors were picked for the trial. I always thought it was 12. Yo, Vegas, am I wrong? Wait a minute. Am I missing something here? I thought it was 12. Is it 12? Where are the experts? I need a lifeline. For real. Like, I ain't been to trial in a while. I thought it was 12. Oh, they have 4 alternate. Okay. Okay. Oh, I never knew that. Oh. So it's final, right? During the selection process, potential jurors were asked about their favorite books and movies and if they have any strong feelings about gangs and whether they had listened to Shakur's music. Pac, still considered one of the most influential rappers of all time, more than 75 million of his records have been sold worldwide with hits like Cali Love, Dear Mama, including several albums released after his death. He was the passenger seat of a blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. He was the passenger seat of a BMW driven by, okay, this is just, in Nevada, a person can be convicted of murder, helping another person to commit the crime. Davis is the only person still alive who is in the car where prosecutors said the fatal shots was originated. The case against Davis revived during the book Compton Street Legend. Okay, so this is just the extras. They also argued that Davis' previous interview with a federal task force was supposed to be confidential and not used against him. Among those who could be called to testify in the trial is Suge motherfucking Knight, the rap music mogul whose label represented Shakur. He said that he wants no part of the trial. You know, it's a damn shame. Drop comments below. New details. Keffe D might be in trouble, bro. Look at the face of the devil. Yo, he might be, 10 women? Nah, bro. Now y'all know the women love Pac, bro. Bro, women that never even heard a nigga music love Pac. They can't even tell you one Pac verse. Right? But they love Pac. 50 Cent said it. I want them to let me that they love Pac. Yo, this ninja might be in real trouble. Again, all they need is one person to say they can't make up their mind and I find him not guilty. Drop comments below. This can go in Keefe's situation. Their defense is he's a liar, he's a basehead, he's a cokehead, he's a crackhead, he's a sorry excuse for a gang member, he's scum, He'll do anything. He's a cheat. He cheated on his taxes. He don't pay taxes. Right? That's all the defense is paying him, right? Because the prosecutors is going to say, yeah, this ninja is a scumbag. He's a gangbanger. You know, the judge should give him the gang enhancement, right? But the defense, Michael Schaft, all he got to say is they are correct. He is a scumbag. Who saw 8 Mile with Eminem? When Eminem was in that freestyle battle, he said, yeah, I do live in a trailer park with my mom. I did sleep with my little sister. Yeah, I did. Right? That's all. Yo, Joshua, what's good? Yo, that's all the prosecutor and the defense is going to do. And there's going to be one jury, I believe, one juror going to say, you know what? They both saying he's a scumbag and a liar and a cheat, right? Because the DA, he's going to say, yo, Keefe is a liar. He did do this. He was in a car. And the defense, Mr. Sanft, all he got to do is say, yeah, they are right. My client is a liar. He did fabricate his story. So, you know, that's all they got to do. Michael Sanft to say, yeah, the DA is correct. He is a scumbag. He did steal out the church's fucking, the collection plate. He used to steal from old ladies. He's worse than King Tut. Who ordered Walter? Walter Johnson. He's worse than this guy, right? He did steal from the Boy Scouts donation box. The Salvation Army, they don't trust him. He's a scumbag. Yo, they gotta, the defense attorney, all they gotta do is follow through and copy what the DA is saying, right? And one jury is going to be like, wait a minute, I'm confused. Yo, there's going to be one juror going to be like, wait a minute, I'm confused. They both saying he's a scumbag, a liar, a thief, a cheat. A sorry excuse for a gangbanger, right? They going to come up with, right? There's going to be one juror, I believe, that's going to say, you know what? I found him not guilty because nobody's... Right? But the question is, right? The question is, will that get him released? I need a lifeline. If Keffe D, if the jury can't come up with a decision and it's a hung jury, do he get released? I've seen cases where there's a hung jury and the motherfucker get remanded, right? We all seen that before, right? That, yeah, it's a hung jury. There's plenty of rappers that, just the other day, there was a rapper, the jury could not make up their mind like 2-3 times. And the nigga still is in jail. Drop comments below. Let's talk about it. Who Snizzy said lifeline coming through. Yeah, where you been? If you just tapping in, when a jury cannot reach the required unanimous or majority vote, it is a deadlock or hung jury. The judge declares a mistrial, meaning the trial ends without a conviction or acquittal. The prosecutor can then choose to drop the charges, offer a plea deal, or retry the case. Exactly. Yo, I've seen cases where ninjas is a hung jury. Hold on, there's more in. Further deliberation, the judge may first give special instructions and Allen charge, urging the jurors to talk more and try to reach an agreement, meaning persuade them and fucking persuade the jury. That's some bullshit. Mistrial declared if jurors can mistrial declared if jurors still cannot agree. The judge officially declares a mistrial. No winner. A hung jury is not a not guilty verdict. A defendant is still legally charged and unconvicted. Prosecutor's choice. The state decides whether to hold a brand new trial with a different jury panel, negotiate a plea bargain, or dismiss the case entirely. Wow, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make sure they drag this shit for 10 years, bro. By the time Keefe look around, he's with the pearly white gates. Yo, I've seen cases where the jury can't make up their mind and the nigga's still in fucking jail. Like, what? Hell yeah, ninjas is begging the judge for bail. Like, can you just release me? Like, what the fuck? There's more. Prosecutor choice. The state decides whether to hold a brand new trial with a different jury panel, negotiate a plea bargain. Oh, okay, I read that. Yeah, yo, we all seen cases where the judge they are begging the judge to release them because the jury can't make up their mind. So again, all they need Keefe need not to worry about the Sean John drawers. He gonna need some huggies. Yo, I think he's in trouble though. I mean, what are the chances he gets a hung jury? The whole world love Pac. Like, you gotta be living under a rock for the last 30 years if you don't know nothing about Tupac. When I was in Cali, white people, white women asked me, is he really dead? I swear to God. I swear on everything. There were white women that would approach me and say, is Tupac really dead? Because they will overhear me going live with you guys or, I'll never forget it. So the fact that there's 10 women, that's crazy. Bro, there's not a person in America that don't know who Tupac is and Michael Jackson. They might not know Bob Marley because they stopped promoting Bob Marley like a little while ago. If you notice, they don't really promote Bob like that. America always be hating on the Jamaicans. I feel that. No puff. I feel like that. Like, damn, like, since I was a kid, y'all be hating on the Jamaicans. Like, seriously, like. Right? It wasn't until Steven Seagal went to Jamaica and did the movie with School Free as Con Dad. Right? But Michael Jackson and Tupac, and you could throw in some Biggie. Right? Because Biggie is not difficult to miss. They try to revamp Biggie all the time. You walk down Brooklyn, there's 17 ninjas that look like Biggie. You be like, oh, shut up, he died. You feel me? Drop comments below. We just tapping in. New details in the Keffe D jury. I forgot about this article. Let's see what they say in this article. This was also an article they wrote about the six men and 10 women. What a devilish number. Anytime you see the number 6, the devil is involved. Remember, that ninja, here you go, a jury of 6 men. Anytime you see that number 6, the devil is involved. That ninja, George Kalisis, man, listen. George Kalisis is something else, bro. The fact that he's Mr. No Weapons, all security, no weapons. Did you hear me, Mike Moore? Remember what Mike Moore said? They kept on asking him, Mike, did you hear? No weapons. Leave your weapons in your car. The fact that George Kalisis is actually the U.S. State Attorney for Nevada, and Keffe D said when Vlad told him that they're going to arrest you, Keffe D said, well, I did a deal with the U.S. State Attorney and some ninjas from D.C. Look, I'll tell on some niggas in B-more, but when I get back to Compton, I'm that ninja, right? Remember? I'm still Compton street legend. Right? He said it right away. He said, well, I did a deal with the U.S. State Attorney. Keefe, there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is George Kalisis, and he was there when the orders was given to Reggie boys, no weapons to protect Pac. And, again, I went live earlier and I said, how many more lies will Reggie tell the media before the DA is convinced to arrest him and charge him? The fact that Reggie lied and said he had 2 guards protecting Pac, and him and George Kalisis was riding shotgun together. Reggie left out that his father threatened Keffe D after the Tupac shooting. Why? Hey, Reg, you still didn't tell us. Remember, Detective Vlad in the Vlad Court of Law asked Reggie Wright Sr. He said, oh, you had informants, right? And who remembers the first informant? He said, pop quiz, you guessed it, pork butt, oink oink, Mr. Doodoo Man himself, the handicapped rapist YouTuber. His father said, yeah, well, Reggie called me. And the word was that they was going to kill Reggie. Okay, why was they going to smoke your boots, Reg? You still ain't tell us. Why the Southside Crips wanted to smoke your boots after the Tupac shooting? I believe because they knew Reggie boys skipped the line. Reggie Wright Jr. and his hit crew, they skipped the line and cut the Southside Crips' throat with the shooting. I believe so. Or something went down. Why would the Southside Crips want the handicapped rapist YouTuber dead after the Tupac shooting? Right? Drop comments below. If you just tapping in, new details. They selected 10 women and 6 ninjas to sentence Keffe D. He's in trouble. Okay, let me see what this media was saying. A jury of 6 men and 10 women was selected Thursday to hear the case against the ex-gang leader accused of orchestrating Tupac Shakur's shooting nearly 30 years ago in one of hip-hop's most... Oh, they saying the same shit. Shakur was 25 when he was shot. Okay, wow. It's funny how the media will use each other fucking notes. 16 jurors were picked for the trial, which is expected to last a month. During the selection process, potential jurors was asked what's their favorite books, movies, and if they had strong feelings about gangs. So, yeah, it's ridiculous. The media is something else. Like CNN. Who was watching CNN during these last few days? CNN was playing the same shit over and over again. They also argued David's previous interview with a federal task force was supposed to be confidential. Yeah, it's just a shit show. It's just a shit show. 21 gun salute. Yeah, so, wow. Wow. Let's talk about it. Dis Pratt said, yeah, they was. Yeah, they dirt for that. Rain today was good. Little Jones was good. If you just tapping in. So they got They have 6 men and 10 women on the jury list. According to Reggie, I don't know if we could take his word to the bank. So far, Reggie has been lying, bro. So far, the handicap grapers YouTuber, he has been lying, bro. Bro, so far, Reg, you've been lying, B. Like, you're not even playing fair, Reg. You're just telling a whole bunch of lies. You told News Nation, oh, you had 2 guards protecting Pac. No, you did not. Even when the 2 guards was in the MGM or the Luxor with Pac, they were rotating. Draw comments below. There was never 2 guards on Pac. Draw comments below. Reg, you just be lying, bro. Bro, it's so frustrating that all he does is lie. That's all he doing. Is lies on top of lies. Like his diapers got shit and flies on top of flies. Yeah, I know, Reg, your house around the garbage area got a bunch of flies, Ninja. Fuck out of here. Hey, pork butt, I know your house around the garbage can got a bunch of flies. You feel me? You got a lot of nerve, Reg. Hold on. Keffe D favorite 2 words. Damn and what? Rain today. With the witnesses being brought up, what about the white girls Tupac was talking to as the shooting just began? They wasn't white girls. They wasn't white girls. You mean the girls in the sea breeze? They wasn't white girls. I don't know what you're talking about, Rain today. Dis Pratt, I'm surprised he ain't lied his way in a hole. X dot. Salute X dot. Rain today. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it wasn't white girls. There were 4 black females. No, 3 black females. I think it was 3, if I'm mistaken. In the sea breeze. It was alleged that Pac was talking to them. I don't know how true it is. Like, they've been lying since day one. Even Frank Alexander, that bodyguard, he was lying. Rain today was timed out by who? Oh, shit. Yo. Yo. Oh, shit. Yo, you can't be blurring out wrong answers in the chat. This is the finals. This is it. This is what we've been waiting for. Right? Right? And I was thinking to give you a wrench. I can't give you a wrench right today. You don't even know the basics. Right? And what was your question? What about the 4 females? The females in the car. But what about them? What's your question? Wasn't on purpose. We know they gave you, listen, 60 seconds, they not trying to hurt you, bro. 60 seconds, they trying to make sure they get your attention. 21 gun salute. Yeah, 60 seconds ring today, they not trying to hurt you. You feel me? My wrench gang is vicious. You feel me? Wouldn't they be brought up if they were witnesses? They absolutely, if I'm not mistaken, Ring today, they were subpoenaed, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't know. .21 gun salute. Yeah, I don't think the DA is actually trying to get any facts with this case. Meaning, they letting Reggie off the hook. Why are you not monitoring his YouTube channel? Reggie have said everything to get himself indicted. He even was threatening Suge, who's supposed to be a victim. Where in American history can a key witness be a victim? But you know what, y'all? Reggie leaked something today in his last Reggie leaked in his last interview with News Nation that they asked him a simple question and he started shitting in his fucking diapers. Unbelievable, Reg. They asked you a simple question. Are you testifying at the trial? And Reggie took a dump in his diapers and said, yeah, they subpoenaed me, but I don't know if they're going to ask me to take the stand. Whoa. Whoa, that was an eye-opener for me. That's telling me they got you there. I would say there's still a 99.9%, that 1% out of 99.9% that Reggie can still get arrested, B. I still feel like, it's the same 99.9% when I'm saying the hung jury. I still feel, no puff, that Reggie could be, like, indicted. I still believe so. I mean, the only thing that saves Reg is George Kalisis' bro is the U.S. State Attorney for Vegas. And that might really help him. That might have really saved him. He was so happy to tell the world. He said, oh, y'all wouldn't believe what I found out about George Kalisis. Wait till y'all Google and do some research about him and what his position is. No puff on the play. And I couldn't wait. And I actually asked for a lifeline. I didn't even want to search myself. And I think it was Who Snizzy who gave that lifeline and let it be known that Reg, his partner in crime, George Kalisis, is the United States Attorney for Vegas. Unbelievable. I think that's the only thing that saved Reggie, that the United States Attorney actually is George Kalisis. And shout out to Cali. I was talking to Cali for a little while. Cali said that's what they did to the Black Panthers, to the cops that was arresting and killing the Black Panthers. The government gave them promotions. Drop comments below. It's the same strategy, y'all. It's the same thing they did with George Kalisis, Mr. No Weapon, Suge's bro. This guy, George Kalisis, right? Nominated as the U.S. State Attorney. That's crazy, B. $21 gun salute. Yeah, Suge Knight, I will never find it in my heart to forgive this dude for the money he stole. And, it's 30 years later. Yo, gig is up. If Suge had stood on business on his Tupac Not Dead campaign, he would have been a legend. Bro, he would have been a legend. But you see the flip-flopping around, and he didn't stand on all 10, right? When was the last time you heard him say Tupac not dead, and he paid a mortician $10 million? That shit really fucked up the investigation and the research and Pac fans, they mind fucked us. No puff on the play. Niggas was mind fucked. I'm telling you, that whole 30 years, ninjas was mind fucked. And it wasn't until this new autopsy picture that the New York Post printed out, no puff. It wasn't until the New York Post posted that picture with the autopsy that I was like, wait a minute, that's not Pac's body. And you got some delusional haters, you know, that are convinced that that's Tupac because they see a fucking Thug Life tattoo. I wouldn't want friends like you motherfuckers. All you motherfuckers that think that's Pac's body, I wouldn't want a friend like you. Seriously. Bro, seriously. You feel me? Joshua said mind fucked. Yeah, bro. Niggas was mind fucked. No puff on the play. Listen, man. Afina Shakur did that video, I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto. And I'm going to tell you now, you know, 21 Guns Salute. I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm ever blessed to take a part in the afterlife, bro, I want to ask Mama Afina Shakur, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why you did that? Why did you go along with the Pac faking his death theory? Like, seriously, y'all. The sound. Rakim, what are y'all talking about? Pump up the volume. Mr. Discretion is muted. No sound, no sound. Value muted. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, they already on their bullshit. Why? Why they pick on my channel? Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. What we were saying was, shout out to Who Snizzy, right? From day one, Vegas got the wrong info, right? This is a document released. I don't even know what to call this fucking document. And in this document, they stated that it was a Cadillac Seville STS model 1994 door when the 911 report was saying it was a two-door, not a four-door, but cool. But what we're saying is, how is this a rental? It doesn't make no sense that this was a rental. Something happened where, you know, Vegas was given the wrong info, but nobody is held accountable. How can this car be the car? I think even Brent Becker, whoa, again, I really don't know. Brent Becker needs to break his silence. Brent Becker has been quiet for all these years. You know, Vegas, they were given a lot of wrong intel, and the situation with even the shooter, rest in peace, Gaddafi. Gaddafi gave great detail about the shooter not being Orlando Anderson, and um, he didn't say that in those words, but the description that he gave of the guy, it didn't match anybody from the Southside Crips or Orlando Anderson. And that was really like, that's when the case, I believe, was even more fabricated. And rest in peace, Gaddafi, because he gave, you know, the best description of the shooter. Drop comments below. Right? Gaddafi said the shooter was light skinned, not my light skin, but my but light skinned. Gaddafi was the first ninja to let me know that light skinned ninjas, you know, y'all was separated in tribes, right? Light skinned ninjas, right? You got Gaddafi light skin, and then you got Nino Durden light skin, right? And then you got Low MB from OFTB light skin. You feel me? Gaddafi was the first ninja to separate the tribes, right? So Vegas detectives never took into consideration what he was saying. And then next thing you know, Gaddafi was assassinated. The way Gaddafi was assassinated during a Mike Tyson fight, come on somebody, during a Mike Tyson fight is another red flag. I believe it was said that they was planning some kind of ceremony for Tupac when Gaddafi was assassinated. Reggie Wright Jr. Reggie Wright Jr. and Snoop Dogg, they were in New Jersey the time of the shooting. And that's crazy. I really believe it's because Pac is the son of a Black Panther why they are dropping the ball like this. They never did any intelligent investigation when it came down to Gaddafi. Only Russell Poole. And then Frank Alexander said Gaddafi and Pac, according to the FBI, was killed by members of Death Row. Reggie Wright Jr. and Suge Knight was involved. Tupac's family. Can we just break this down? Why hasn't Seth Shakur, Moprin Shakur, ever say, and Gaddafi said the shooter was light skinned? Why isn't Lil Wayne B from OFTB called to the Keffe D trial? He was on the A&E special. Everybody that was on the Ben Crump A&E special who shot Tupac, they should be called to the grand jury. Why isn't Ben Crump and whatever he found out called to the grand jury, you know, like a real trial? Seth Shakur said even if Keffe D was in a Cadillac, she don't believe he was alone. I mean, that makes sense because they were saying Southside was in a Cadillac. But what she is trying to say that she don't believe he was the only one involved and should be charged right now. And, it's bad. It's horrible. Pac fans all over the world that actually did the math is saying Keffe D is not the only one. There's Pac fans saying Keffe D wasn't even in the car, right? Yeah, we're separated. We separated in tribes when it comes to this Keffe D shit also. But everybody knows that Keefe wasn't the only one that can orchestrate this shit. 21 gun salute. So this shit is crazy. So hold on. If you just happen in, we talking about the jury. It seems like they have been selected, and it's 10 women and 6 ninjas for the Keffe D case so far. And I say, hey, Keefe's in trouble because women all around the world, they hate that ninja guts. What's this? Oh, this is where's the key in the ignition. And this is dirt. It looks like when Suge was driving it. Okay, wow. There's so much to go over during this whole fucking process. "21 gun salute." What I was saying was if Vegas had on paper that it was a 1990 Cadillac, what we're saying is, bro, how in the world was this a rental? Why would they rent out a 1990 Cadillac? For people, what's good? Wow. Okay, so moving forward, This is a letter that Bobby Ladd, or a document that Robert Ladd, Tim Brandon's former partner, turned into Vlad. And this is this is proof that Reggie lied again. And you see, they will never present this document to the DA to show them that their star witness is a bold-faced liar. He will look you in your face while shitting in his diapers and tell a lie. Reggie, you mastered that shit. How the fuck you was able to lie like that to the media? It's impossible. Reggie told TMZ he had never met Keffe D until 2018. What was the year? And in this document, Reggie pays Keffe D 500,000, or promised him. Wright offered Davis 500,000 to kill Biggie. Biggie died in 9/7. So here's a document that co-signs what Keffe D said. Keffe D said, look, if I go to jail for Pac, handcuff Reggie next to me for Biggie because I know he had his hands involved, right? Here's a document that co-signs that and shows that he's a liar. Oh, shit. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Basically, this document is saying, hold on, half this shit is like cut off, but we're gonna, as this was going on, Davis needed a way to pay back Reggie Wright Jr. On behalf of Suge Knight. Shortly, Crip member Kevin Maples. There's Kevin Maples. Here go a name. Was he on the Tim Brandon first affidavit list? We got to look for Kevin Maples. Southside Crip member Kevin Maples, who also had ties to, I would say, Marparu meeting, was set up with Reggie Wright, Davis, and Anderson. Blank and attended. Wright offered Davis 500,000 from Suge. Explained that they wanted Southside Crips to do it. Besides, the Southside Crips could get close because the Southside Crips could get close enough. I can't because it's chopped off. Took their offer. DeRose said that they're blank up to the murder. DeRose said that the gun used to kill Maurice Darnell. Hold on, let me try to get the whole document. Damn, my eyes. Hold on, my motherfucking eyes. I can't see that. Hold on, how am I gonna see this shit? Well, this is the whole document. Hold on, what if I... Bro, there's no way I can see this shit. All right, but I'm gonna try. 21 gun salute. Bear with me. I gotta really squint my motherfucking eyes. Bear with me. I'm gonna try to read this shit. As this was going on, Davis, I'm on the first line. There's many as shit, but this is the official letter from Michael DeRoe, who Reggie said he knew his mom. Reggie, you see, you jammed yourself up, pork butt. Oink, oink. How you eat to yourself? You showed this document in the New Era, and then you admitted that you met Michael DeRoe mama, right? Oink, oink. Right? That's what you did, Reg. Let me try to read this to my audience. I know this kind of word, this shit. Let me try to like read this shit for you guys. All right. As it was going on, Davis needed a way to pay back the Colombians. He was approached by Reggie Wright Jr. on behalf of Suge Knight shortly before the murder of Christopher Wallace. The Southside Crip member Kevin Maples, who also had ties with Ma Paru, was involved with the introduction meeting attended by Wright, offered Davis, hold on, it's so fucking, hold on. Kevin Maples, I'm on the third line right here. Kevin Maples, who also had ties to Ma Paru, was involved with the introduction meeting, was set up with Reggie Wright Jr., Davis, Keffe D, Orlando Anderson, and Michael Duro. During the meeting, which explained that they wanted Southside Crips to do it so it would not come back to death row, because the Southside Crips could get close to Biggie. Davis, who needed money to pay his, who needed money to pay his debt, took the offer. Duro, damn, I'm mad it's so fucking small. Oh my gosh. Damn, y'all killed Biggie. All right, hold on. I tap out. My fucking eyes. All right. I tap out. They took the money. Duro said that there was, up to the murder, Duro said that the gun used to kill, wow, that's interesting. Let me see if I can read that part. Duro said the gun that was used to kill Wallace was supplied by Rodney. Wow, wait a minute. Was supplied by Rodney. Wow, this is crazy. Hold on, do I got another part of the fucking letter? Duro said the gun that was used to kill Wallace was supplied by, oh my gosh. Damn. Was supplied by somebody in blank. Maurice Darnell went to pick up the gun. After the murder of Wallace. Darnell, hold on, these names sound so familiar. All right, I tap out. I'm going to the bottom. After the murder, Wright paid Davis in kilos of cocaine. Davis Narcotics. Oh, wait a minute. Wright paid Davis in kilos of cocaine. Davis Narcotics bills blank Smith some of the narcotics. Darnell was never. Wait a minute. Wow. It's all making sense now, Reg. Okay, so we're going to see about those names. Were they in Tim Brandon's affidavit, first of all, right? But yo, listen to me, y'all. Oh, shit. This was 97. And Keffe D got arrested in 98. That's when they did Wasn't that when they did the Didn't Keefe get like the federal sweep and all that in 9/8? Oh shit. Yo, Reg, did you set this nigga up at 9/8? They know he had the kilos of cocaine. That's why Keefe said if I go to jail for Pac, handcuff him next to me for Biggie, because I knew he got his hands involved. Wait a minute. Right? And then the infamous letter. Wow, wait a minute. Then the infamous letter. Oh shit. Where is that letter? Wow, this shit is crazy. The more we let's go over this shit, the more details. Hold on. One of y'all did send me that fucking letter. Wow, this shit is crazy. Damn. Okay, no worries. So, yeah, I was looking for the little owl letter to Reg. But he said, little Reg, these niggas over here trying to get me to rap. But you did. Hold on, let me make sure. No, that's not the letter. No, that's not the letter. All right, so we're gonna have to go over these names. Hold on. I wanna make sure. Yo, let's deep dive and go into the Tim Brandon archives real quick. Exclusively on discretion. I have not seen no other channel even talked about this letter yet. Oh, here we go. The little owl letter. Yeah, I found it. Yo, this is the little owl letter. 21 gun salute. He said, hold on, let me go in the light, because y'all know my eyes. When it's small like this, no puff, you know what I mean? He said, yo, top of the day, little Reg. I ain't never spoke your name, and I did get a visit twice in Pelican Bay. The last visit, they brought my mama. Reg, you know his mama. Hello, remember, how did Little Owl, a.k.a. Michael DeRoe, know Reggie's address, right? And Reggie already admitted in modern media that he knows Michael DeRoe's mama because she worked in the property department in the precinct and blah, blah, blah. Oink, oink, oink. Right? Yo, top of the day, little Reg. I ain't never spoke your name. That's a red flag. Why would you start off a letter like this? Yeah, you did, Michael DeRoe. You spoke his name. I believe that. I ain't never spoke your name, and I did get a visit twice at Pelican Bay. The last visit, they brought my mama thinking I would tell them something. If this was said, you know, like I know, it would definitely have been recorded, especially details like this. You know that me and you ain't never, he put the never, hey Reg, oink oink, ain't never, baby girl, ain't never had a meeting at a table together. Now, all of a sudden, Blondie, Tim Brandon, has passed away. Wow. And this is sad. Very funny, R.I.P. Blondie. But why you wait till he died? Tim Brandon, he been died before the letter. I mean, before it really leaked out like that, no puff. But yo, that's a red flag. He waited till Tim Brandon died. Nah, he said R.I.P. Blondie. But I, Michael Duro, ain't never gave information on this. All these details, and you mean to tell me that this is just coming out? And look at the names they saying. Some of them died in 9-3. How was they involved in this? We didn't meet Puff and Big until 9-5. Facts. And the war in the set had absolutely nothing to do with Death Row and Bad Boy, but people trying to make things what they want them to be. I don't do interviews, but I will tell the world, little Reg. I ain't never had a meeting with why is it blocked out? With us? We have a meeting with you to hit up Biggie, conspiracy theories, everybody dead and few who's left just talking to get a spotlight. Why Keefe ain't never... Hold on, some of y'all... Hold on, let me turn off the chat. Why Keefe ain't never... Where is that? Where the fuck? I don't do interviews, but I will tell the world, little Reg. Ain't never had a meeting with us. We having a meeting with you to hit up Biggie. Blank conspiracy theories. Everybody dead and the few who's left just talking to get a spotlight. Why Keith ain't never said you gave us a $500,000 payout? You know he would have been said that. Drop comments below. I apologize for the parts that I can't read because of the fine print. Okay, so what I was saying, we got to go to the Tim Brandon document, the first search party list. Yeah, we got to go to this list and look at it one more time just to see if any of those names is on the list. Here we go, the Tim Brandon first search party list. So the first name, hold on, let me turn on back the comments. I can't see our comments. Anybody here that I didn't give a shout out? For the people, thank you for tapping in. No Love is also in the building. Iron Bullet Entertainment was good. Top of the day, little Reg. Okay, so we looking for some names. This is the first Tim Brandon search party list. Did y'all write down the names for me? Maurice Darnell, Mario Mitchell, aka Dank. Right? So put that in the chat for me. Put this name in the chat. Maurice Darnell and Mario Mitchell, aka Dank. Who else is in this? Kevin Maples. That's the third name. Kevin Maples, Southside Crip. Right? Yeah, we gotta stay on their neck. And a Blackmon. Put these names in the chat for me. Blackmon. So there's like 5 new names that I want to search for. The first name I'm gonna search for is Kevin Maples. Let me see. This is the Tim Brandon original list. Is there a Kevin Maples? hold on, the friggin' Kevin Maples. We got Kevin Woods. That's K Dub. Kevin Maples. Kevin Maples. Kevin Maples. Kevin Maples. Let's see if Little Al is a liar. Well, we know he lying to Reg, because you wait until Darnell Brim. Wait a minute, Kevin Maples. You waited until Blondie died. All right, I don't see Kevin Maples. All right, what was the other name? 21 Gun Salute. Let me see. Kevin Maples. Who else we had? Maurice Darnell. Let's see. Maurice Darnell. I saw Maurice. Remember, names could be changed to protect the innocent. Well, in this case, protect the fucking gangbangers. Maurice Darnell. We got a Maurice Combs. Right? Someone say that's close enough. Investigate him. Right? We got a Maurice Combs. Right? Maurice Darnell. Hold on. Kevin Maples. I just want to make sure. Maurice Darnell. Kevin Maples. Oh, we got a Darnell Brim. Right? We got a Darnell Brim. We got. Right? Y'all niggas. What was y'all doing? Changing the names? All right. Let me see. Kevin Woods. That's K Dub. For the people, that's K Dub ass who told me he ran up to the Cadillac. Blackmon. Is there a Blackmon on the motherfucking list? Okay, no Blackmon. Interesting. According to Little Al, them ninjas was dead already. So it could be possible that he was telling the names of dead men. Was that everybody? Kevin Maples, Maurice Darnell. For the people say Kevin Woods could be Kevin Maples. It could be K Dub. It could be. This is the first search party list. Oh, remember there was homicides? Hold on. There was also arrest warrants. Brandon Wright. I think this is Reggie. This is the arrest warrants from 30 years ago. And Trayvon Lane and Harold Wilson or Willman. No, this looked like Wilson. Okay, so none of those names. Interesting. Yeah, we on their neck. So, wow. Reggie told a story about the Soul Train Awards, and he said he called a guy named Keefe Davis. And Keefe Davis is the only one that we know under Keffe D. I would have to go, Reg, you's a piece of shit. In Tim Brandon's affidavit, there was a Keefe Davis. What I recall, this fucking affidavit was burning the shit out of my eyes. But what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna print the original affidavit for you guys, so you guys can have it. This is the Tim Brandon original affidavit. When y'all get a chance, y'all can go over this. This is why Tim Brandon was able to do the search, the infamous search where Reggie and Suge was in the Bahamas getting rid of the 40 cal handgun, and when Reggie came back, was this big raid and then the 60K exchange. Well, this is the affidavit, just so you guys can have it. No puff on the replay, and you guys can actually look over it on your free time. Cause my eyes has seen the light, and my eyes understand the pain reading the fucking affidavit. Remember, they talked about a white Cadillac on September 11th. Remember, Orlando Anderson was involved with another shooting 3 days after the shooting with the alleged, they said he shot Pac. Well, Orlando Anderson was involved with another shooting. So hold on, I just want y'all to have Duane Keefe Davis, Keffe D. Shout out to Erica Love, baby girl. This is from the Erica Love files. She wanted y'all to have the first affidavit. Hold on. Just wanted y'all to have this so you can go over this. The first affidavit. Did everybody like the freaking live show? What the hell? Erica Love, she said the shooting in April, if you remember, Orlando Anderson was under investigation for the shooting in April. If you do remember that, give me some thumbs up. Of course you should remember that. According to Tim Brandon and Robert Ladd, that they was investigating Orlando for a shooting in April, and I believe Erica Love, she said that that's probably why Compton PD wanted him arrested for the Tupac and was trying to blame him. Here we go. The April 12th shooting of Elbert Webb. Give me some thumbs up. That's the guy's name that Orlando and DeAndre Smith, Big Dre, was in the shootout with, and they shot him with a Mac 11 type weapon, right? But the Erica Love theory, she was saying that maybe the cops wanted to arrest this guy, well, DeAndre Smith and Orlando, for Tupac to get back at them for the Webb shooting. And I said, hey, it's possible. It's possible. So there you go. The affidavit. And this was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is for the Webb shooting. Hold on. And I believe I found, here we go. On September 10th, 3 days after Vegas, right? Orlando Laner. Remember, Orlando got two names in the arrest in the search warrant, in the Tim Brandon original search warrant. Orlando has two different names, right? Orlando Anderson and Orlando Lanier. Please put that in the chat, right? And according to the Tim Brandon affidavit, they was involved with another shooting. The suspect believed on September 10th, approximately 15-20 hours, Orlando Lanier was in a vehicle by a 9495 green Chevy Camaro occupied by a black male and a male Latin. The suspects believed to be from the Southside Crips shot at and struck the victim's vehicle several times. Large caliber projectiles were recovered. So Orlando was involved with not just the POC, but another shooting. Shout out to Erica Love, right? This is her files. And what we were saying is, well, wait a minute. Just wait a second. If you remember a topic in the first season, Orlando wasn't alone. Not just Reggie Wright Jr., Reggie Wright Jr.'s dad, Reggie Wright Sr., was, I guess, babysitting him when the MGM security, but he was around some Latin people. Dry comments below. Orlando Anderson, I did a topic. They left when Orlando left. He was not alone. There was a group of Latin people or Spanish-looking type of people with him, and maybe one of those guys was involved with this alleged shooting 3 days after Vegas. That's crazy. Unbelievable. And then you got Jerry Barnes, the one that was driving another Cadillac. I believe this 1990 Cadillac Seville, where is that crappy ass Cadillac? I believe this white 1990 Cadillac Seville was Jerry Barnes. Because in Tim Brandon's affidavit, Jerry Barnes was driving a white Cadillac. Drop comments below. Here you go. Southside Crips member Jerry Barnes, a.k.a. Monk, Booby were at or near the location where they first arrived. Barnes ran from the side door. In this affidavit, probably a couple of sheets later, let me see. Jerry Barnes was in a white Cadillac. Let me see. Oh, this is the beginning of the affidavit. And there was another shooting, Darnell Brim from the Southside Crips. He was shot several times. Yo, on September 10th, they was getting busy. There you go, Monkey Man. He was mentioned as Death Row Security. Listen, this affidavit, you ain't going to see this shit nowhere else besides Discretion 304 TV. All right? So get used to shit like this. You hear me? This is what y'all need for the next generation to look at. No puff. And shout out to Erica Love from Rich Gang. But this is what they didn't want y'all to see. This is what the Tim Brandon affidavit was built on. You understand me? We feed the family. You understand? Somebody said Lanier was Orlando Anderson's baby mama's last name. Wasn't she invited to the Keffe D party? Wait a minute. I'm looking for the Cadillac part. Here we go. Contacted Sergeant Baker. Remember, this is on September 11th, 9/6. This is the day Suge turned himself in. Not turned himself in, he might as well had. This is when, on September 11th, this is when Suge Knight was with George Kalisis. You hear me? Y'all might as well get the likes up for this if you didn't like yet. On September 11th, 1996, this is when Suge went to Brent Becker to see if he could clear his name and tell Brent Becker he got shot too. He was with David Kenner, George Kalisis, and Chesnoff, right? This same day, there was, hold on, approximately 1,500 hours, Sergeant Baker. Remember, this is Reggie Sr.'s. Oink, oink. This is your father's bro who said he found a Cadillac, right? The CRI observed a black male driving a late model white Cadillac into the automotive shop at White and Alondra, right? The Cadillac appeared to be a rental car. But wait a minute. That car that y'all said and showed Vegas is not a rental. That 1990 junk, right? We in 9/6. They gave Vegas a 1990. That shit was junk, right? That belonged in a junkyard. The Cadillac appeared to be a rental. The informant recognized one of the occupants as Monk. Here you go, Jerry Bonds. There you go. I believe Jerry Bonds was driving this piece of shit. I believe so. "21 gun salute." If you just tap it in, whoa. Keffe D. Yeah, we put in some work right there. Keffe D has 10 women and 6 men on the jury pool. And he might be in trouble. He might be in serious trouble. Who in the chat? No Love, what's good? Joseph Strawhorn, Little Jones, Hell Ja. No Love. Dreams don't expire. What's good, bro? Solo. Peep. What? Respect and salute to you twice. Can't forget the Rich Gang. Salute, bro. If you just tapping in, yeah, there's a lot of details that Vegas got wrong. I just showed y'all the affidavit that Tim Brandon originally signed and got some arrest warrants. Power out right now. What the fuck, bad store? Where you at? Dreams don't expire. Cali? You in LA, right? I've been a rich gang since day one. Word, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That's crazy. Philip Belgrave. What's good? Oh, you in Columbus, Ohio. Oh, shit. That's crazy. The fucking heart machine. Oh, good, Val. Do you think Keffe D is going down? No puff on the play? Yeah, I believe so. I believe Keefe, he's fried, bro. The ninja is fried, bro. 10 females? Oh, hell no. They love Pac. You gotta understand, the way women love Pac, the ninja wrote Dear Mama, bro. Keefe D said he was breakdancing while getting shot. Like, I believe somebody said also Vegas could get ninjas one by one. Meaning, just because they sentence Keefe D, that don't mean they can't focus on Reggie Wright Jr. as part of the orchestrators. If Brent Becker speaks, right, because you gotta remember, they gotta do things case by case, one by one, charge by charge. They can't make it too confusing because they won't get the sentencing done, right? If they can prove, again, it's very complicated because George Kalisis, Mr. No Weapons, he's now United States, the U.S. State Attorney for Vegas. So things might be a little more complicated to get these crooked cops that was George Kalisa's friends. But Vegas, I believe they can actually, if they wanted to, get these cops for helping out the orchestration, at least for Biggie, they could. But again, hey, you have a situation where a guy, he broke a proffer agreement, he wrote a book and admitted, he did interviews admitting it. I can't see him just walking scot free. You got that lady, Brent Becker did an interview with somebody, and again, according to Brent Becker, Keffe D name did come up in the investigation. You got Russell Poole, who had documents. That's why RJ needed to be in jail and arrested, tased, beat. RJ Pork Shoulder and Mike Dorsey, they got files, police files, that Keffe D was already being investigated for this shit from day one, right? So I can't see him just walking scot free. Like seriously, I doubt it. Maybe a hung jury, but that don't mean they can't re-prosecute the trial. They got plenty of cash, and they're definitely trying to cover Reggie's diaper rash, right? It's just crazy. But who did Keefe D pass the gun to if his nephew was still at the MGM? Hey, Maybe Michael Duro. Michael Duro, he looked like Low MB from OFTB. You know, they got to start bringing up the light skinned ninjas. According to Gaddafi, I never knew there was light skin, light skin, my light skin, his light skin, right? Again, that's a hell of a question. And Keffe D has that kind of attorney where the burden of subpoenas is not on him. So if it's not a Southside Crip member, remember we brought up Nino Durden from the Crash Unit. This is Reggie Boys, right? We brought up David Mack. People still say Gaines was in the MGM. Gaines was actually walking back and forth by Orlando, right? Don't forget Perez, Rafael Perez. You know, Keefe was in a van with the Busters. To this day, he still never gave up the Busters, right? Can we just make that make sense? Who were the Busters that you were with, Keefe? Right? To this day, the van with the Busters still has not. They have never talked about the van with these Busters. Who were the Busters? Right? Then you got Dirt Rock. This nigga Dirt Rock, he's telling. You got Dirt Rock telling. Don't forget Dirt Rock is telling on Keefe. Right? Then you got Corey Edwards. Don't forget C-Ray. Right? Don't forget C-Ray. He was telling. So you got two Southside Crip members telling on Keefe. It's just not Reggie. It's just not Keefe telling on himself in the book and the proffer agreement. You actually got his Southside Crip members. So, again, I never gangbanged, right? But this is where Judge Kearney is going to make a decision on a gang enhancement because he actually got his own gang members telling on him. It's kind of difficult for me to believe that he can beat this when his own gang members is telling on him. That shit is crazy. C-Ray. And then don't forget, you got James. You got Mama James. Sometimes he part Crip, he's part Southside. Sometimes he's Paru. Remember, Suge said James ain't had to worry about the Southside Crips because he was Southside. His baby mama live on the block, right? So you even got James, right? And then you got Neckbone. So this is where the gang enhancement comes in. And, you know, he better pray. I'm telling you now. And if you're a Keffe D fan on the low, you better pray. Because a lot of you ninjas, you know, you're a Keffe D fan base, low key. Y'all better pray that these six men and 10 women, one of them can't make up their mind if he's guilty or not and get a hung jury. You better pray if you a Keffe D fanboy, because it don't look good. It don't look good for Suge either. But seriously, it don't look good when you got Dirt Rock, you got Corey Edwards, you got Mama James. Now that he don't got no teeth, you got Neckbone, right? It don't look good, y'all. Our comments below. Neckbone is the first gang member that portrayed to be this person, portrayed to be that guy who's on the DA's material witness list, and he smiles like he won the lottery. I don't know, man. Like, I'm just trying to be realistic to y'all. I'm trying to be realistic. Then you got the Michael Duro letter that implicates, the Michael Duro letter implicates Keffe D and Reggie killing Biggie. So, it's kind of difficult again for me to believe that, with Dirt Rock, Orlando Anderson's one of Orlando's best friends, right? C-Ray, James. Oh, look at all these gang members telling. Neckbone, the happiest man in the fucking world, yeah, Neckbone took this picture after his name was on the list. 21 Gun Salute. If you just tapping in, we're talking about the jury that was selected for Keffe D to face his trial. We still wondering where's Kevin Woods, aka K-Dub, and where's Trayvon Lane. I believe Reggie protected these guys like they was his brothers, bro. And I believe these guys, they know what happened. They know the shooter. They know who exactly the shooter was. Yeah, these two guys, they know no socks for 72 hours. Again, I told you, never trust a guy that can wear hush puppies with no socks. K-Dub is the first ninja I ever met in my life, right? With long sleeve, with full length pants, no socks and hush puppies, talking about he gangbanging. Talking about he jumped out of his car and checked on Pac and Suge. Nigga, what? You should have freaking checked if you can get some fucking socks somewhere. Right? Never trust a ninja. I keep telling y'all, never trust a nigga that can wear hush puppies with no fucking socks for 72 hours in Vegas. 100 degrees. According to Frank Alexander, it was so fucking hot. You hear me? Like, yo. And then he got nerve to sit on a hot ass curb. Right? Nigga, it's hot. The sun been on that corner, on that curb for hours. For him to sit on that shit, comfortable, right? For him to sit on this curb, comfortable. We know he got mental health problems, seriously. Unbelievable. Talking about, oh, he's the only one in Trayvon Lane can tell us what happened at the Lakewood Mall. Well, nigga, you should have bought you some socks if you was at the Lakewood Mall. Even if he had white tube socks. Bro, have some socks, bro. Bro, even if he has some white tennis shoe socks, bro. Bro, have some socks on, please. This shit right here is ridiculous. I don't know who he thought he was. I really don't know who he thought he was that night, but, you know, again, why isn't these two subpoenaed to the Keffe D trial? Let me see. Can I deep dive? I know Reggie was clearing Trayvon. Yeah, I can't get over it. This nigga 30 years ago had no socks in Vegas. Like, what? My ninja, even if I'm wearing slippers outside, I'm wearing socks on them motherfucking feet. I don't give a fuck. Unless I'm like directly in front of my crib, okay, that's different. But bro, if I'm leaving my area, oh hell no. Hell to the no. I'm not going nowhere. Without some socks. 21 gun salute. We're talking about the jury list. You got 10 females and 6 ninjas. Hold on, I'm trying to look at Reggie's statement. Here you go. There you go. You got Reggie said the DA asked him a simple question. So, to your knowledge, Trayvon Lane did not know Orlando Anderson's name? Or know Orlando Anderson by name? Correct. He just knew. What? Hey, Reg. What kind of answer is that? The DA asked him a simple question. So, to your knowledge, Reg, Trayvon Lane did not know Orlando Anderson by name? Reggie said correct. He just knew. Question, by face? Reggie replies, and there were and were and where they were from, and they genuinely know that because of their attire. They wore S's on their hats. They wore jerseys and stuff like that. And like I said, we kind of knew of each other. Hold on. But I can't honestly say if Trayvon knew. But I think, hold on. This nigga's a liar, bro. But I think when he saw Mr. Anderson in the club, bingo, Reg, you lie so much, bro. The ninja said we saw Orlando Anderson in the club, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There you go. Why would you tell the grand jury and they don't even fucking, they have no knowledge of what's going on in the Vegas case. So they gonna say, they just let him carry on. 21 gun salute. Wow, Reg. If you're looking at Reggie's shit, grand jury statement clearing Trayvon Lane. Trayvon Lane, as we know, he was there in Vegas, had a walkie-talkie, had the police walkie-talkie, and he also, not only did he have the police walkie-talkie, but he had an arrest warrant for a homicide. And Reggie clears him and lies so much. He said, but I think when he saw Mr. Anderson in the club, he was like shocked. That's crazy. Wow, bro. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. Yo, Callie, what's good? I just gave you a shout out, Callie, and I was like, you you was talking about the promotion that the cricket cops got during the Black Panther era, and they were giving promotions for the police was giving promotions for fucking with the Black Panthers and harassing and arresting them, killing them, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what George Khaleesi's got. Shout out to you for tapping in. We was talking about the new list for the jury pool. According to Vegas key witness Reggie Wright Jr., the handicap grapers YouTuber, he said there's more Caucasians than black. He said there was somebody black there in the jury pool, but he's trying to excuse himself. So who knows absolutely what, when it comes to that part and who's actually in the jury pool, as far as race and we know the gender, but the race and the background, meaning where there's Hispanics, Caucasian. According to Reg, there's only one black involved, and yeah. So yeah, we covered a lot of bases. Next month we celebrate Asada Shakur. I spoke about this earlier. Asada Shakur, as we know, she died last year, September 25th. We almost at the 1 year memorial for Asada Shakur, Pac's aunt. Now, Asada Shakur, the mystery of her death and the fact that she died September 25 of the year 25, September 25th, 2025. Those are the two sevens. When you add the 25 plus the year 2025, those are two sevens. Seven plus two, I mean, five plus two is seven, and the 2025, the 25 represents a seven. Also, Pac left us at the age of 25. So, I was speaking about her earlier to somebody I got mad love for, and what I was saying was, you know, if anything, if Pac didn't die September 13th, 1996, and for those who believe Pac probably faked his death at an all-time high, now that the Thug Life tattoo don't match, and there's a lot of speculation and a lot of new speculation, and listen, boy, oh boy, oh boy, no puff on the play, no choke. I'm waiting for more of those autopsy pictures so I can get on the debunking. You feel me? Or maybe another YouTuber can actually get them and debunk them, or you know what I'm saying? Because I believe there's a lot of suspicion. Shout out to the Bay Bomber TV out there in the Bay Area. He actually put the Thug Life pictures that they released into Google AI search. He submitted the pictures, and Google AI said those are two different Thug Life tats. And one is a replica of somebody trying to duplicate the original Thug Life tat. So, led me to say today to somebody I got mad love for, I was like, look, if Pac didn't die September 13th, 1996, there's a chance he probably, died later. He's human. We don't live, we all have a promised date to leave here in a physical. So if you think you're never going to die and live forever, I'm sorry to bust your bubble. No puff and no choke, right? But it's possible that when Asada Shakur left us in the physical, and just looking at the days that she left, it's possible that maybe Pac left us at a later date and now she has joined him. I believe in the afterlife. I mean, you don't have to, but I believe in the afterlife. And maybe there's a chance that when Asada Shakur died, is because her nephew had passed away and God wanted them to be together. I'm just saying, who knows, right? The fact that Mopreme Shakur, he was saying, oh, whatever happens, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. He kept saying that. We going to find out. We going to find out. Like, wherever it leads us to. Remember, when he first, this is what I'm saying. I don't get Mopreme Shakur. A lot of the Shakurs, I don't trust them. Like the ninja that's missing teeth, that was on Reggie's show. What's his name? The ninja, I think that he was on the couch with Greg Bacon. I can't believe I can't find that shit. It was him and Greg Bacon. What's that cousin name? What was his name? He just did an interview in Vegas talking about he's at court. What was that nigga name? He did an interview. He lives on Butt First with the butt plugs. Yeah, William. That's why you're rich gang. William. Yeah, William. He's a piece of shit, but yeah, some of Pac's family, I don't really trust them ninjas. Erica Love was good. 21 Gun Salute. Yeah, some of Pac family, I really don't trust them. I really don't trust them. The fact that he can do interviews with Butt First with the butt plugs over there, it's just silly. he don't believe Reggie had nothing to do with it. That's ridiculous. So, when they move like that, there's no way Pac can still be alive. For real. I'm just saying. My point was when Mopin Shakur and Seth Shakur hired Alex Sparrow, to investigate to see if Puffy had the $1 million hit, to investigate to see if Reggie Wright Jr. had anything to do with the shooting. I believe that they would have found something by now, and if whatever they found, they not, what happened? What did he find? Yo, who the fuck are you? Why you got your name as Jesus? Like, you is not, oh, Jesus my savior. Well, I hope he's your savior because you just got shot. The first thing you say on my channel is Pac not dead. Like, yo, bro, nobody asked you, okay? Or Pac is dead. Yo, bro, who are you? You salute my wrench gang, first of all. Don't come in my chat and the first thing you ever say is something sarcastic or trying to, Jesus is your savior? Well, I hope he saved your ass now. You feel me? The fuck? He couldn't save you from that shot. Who shot you? Let me guess, Nigel. No, who shot him? Little Jones. Okay. Did you put him on timeout or did you shoot? You didn't even shoot him. Yo, why y'all ninjas be putting these busters on timeout? I'm gonna take your guns. No puff. When you see ninjas like that, Little Jones, you don't give him timeout. You kill his ass. For the roach he is and the resurrection of the roach he's gonna be. I don't give y'all wrenches to tase ninjas. For all that, I keep you with a taser. Giving these ninjas timeout. Talking about Jesus is his savior. Well, did he save you then? Did the Most High save you? Fuck off my channel and create a new YouTube channel to tap back in. Yeah, y'all giving too many timeouts. It disgusts me when I see Wrench Gang give ninjas timeouts. Don't give nobody no timeout. You gave Rain today a timeout. I think who's Snizzy? You tapped this drawer piece. That was something different, right? But these trollers, they don't live here. Word. These trollers, there's no room for them. Okay, so back to Asada Shakur. I was speaking about her earlier, and I was saying, if we are coming again along her, we coming along her first year anniversary memorial of her demise, and you know, just maybe Pac left us in the physical later on after September 13th. Just maybe. Ain't nobody was there. Like Suge said. Suge said nobody saw Tupac Shakur dead, right? His mama made the video, I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto. The Thug Life tats don't fucking match. There's two different autopsy pictures. There's a picture that Kathy Scotch, a.k.a. Kathy Scott, she put out a picture of Pac cut up in her book, and then, the New York Post has published a new picture, and it's totally two different autopsy pictures. If you believe those are the same, then you need to go get evaluated, right? Don't ask me to get you evaluated. You got to go in your own time and get evaluated because you got mental health sickness if you believe those two pictures are identical, right? 21 gun salute. Hold on. Let me read some of y'all comments. The Real Dawn said, salute Real Dawn. What if they didn't know this family I don't even talk to? Maybe that's what's happening. Yo, you hear me? I'm with you, bro. There are family members that I don't fuck with. There are family members I know personally. They are waiting for my grandmother, God bless her, my 87 one-year-old grandmother right now to pass away. And I'll be like, yo, you son of a bitches, I'm going to turn up on y'all. When my grandmother leave us in the physical, I'm going to turn up on some family members because she tells me that they waiting for her to pass. I'm like, Grandma, are you fucking serious? So there are family members I don't even fuck with. You feel me? Like, Grandma says she don't even want so much money in her life because people gonna be fighting over it. I'm like, yo, y'all some son of a bitches. So I hear you. The Dawn, for real. You can't trust everybody in your family. Not everybody. My sister told me this year, not everybody's family is family. You know what I'm saying? And, younger sis, she dropped them jewels on her bro when she get a chance. You know what I'm saying? 21 gun salute. We're talking about the jury pool. I wish I could throw the election, but y'all don't vote, so they take the election. They like, y'all niggas don't vote. Little Jones said, I don't even trust my old lady. What, your wife? Wait. Here we go with the wrench gang jokes. Little Jones, your wife? I know you ain't talking about your mama. Wait. Yo, wait. Oh shit, rich gang. I don't have a wife, girlfriend. You don't even trust her? Oh shit. I hear you. Y'all crazy. Yo, y'all niggas is crazy. 21 gun salute. So yeah, man, again, I believe Keefe is in trouble because women love Pac, and bro, there's no way I can see 10 women and I can't see 10 women making Keffe D slide. Like, seriously. Anybody else in the chat that I didn't salute, or people be talking crazy like this ain't our channel, this ain't your channel. They pop up here one sentence. Yo, for the people, you feel me? Yo, it's unbelievable. That's why I always go to read their activity. And YouTube now is modernized. It wasn't like this before. YouTube tells me everything y'all ever said in the chat. Everything. I just hit activity and I see everything Ninjas was saying in the chat, right? And when I see a ninja comes out of nowhere and his first comment is, "Oh, Pac dead. Let him be." Hold on. Cali, this is Cali, right? Cali said, and even Money B, it seems, is going along with the Orlando narrative. They just have not put in the work. Yeah, they don't. Money B is the worst. Money B, when they say him and Pac took that gay pic, and Money B laughs instead of standing up on all 10 and saying, nah, that wasn't no gay pic, and don't disrespect Pac like that. The nigga laughed like he got choked in his tank. Like he not a virgin no more in his booty hole. Yo, for real, you ever seen that shit? The ninja Money B, anytime they ask him about that pick, he laughs. Yo, Dagoa, what's good? Salute. He laughs like he got sugar in his tank. Callie said, I'm very disappointed in the family, and unfortunately, many of them are not as astute as Pac was or the tribe. Yo, you're absolutely right. You know, they left everything on Seth Shakur, and I had no idea that even Yasmin Fula was not a part of the estate. I found that out during the new Gaddafi or the last Gaddafi's documentary. Yasmin Fula had I guess, a forum where she was answering questions, and she let it be known that she wasn't even part of the estate. And I was always under the impression that she was a part of it. You even see Jamila Lassane got her name on the estate paperwork. So that shit was crazy. Hell Josh said Mopreme filed a lawsuit against 4,000 John Does. Ridiculous, right? Ridiculous. Let's see what it. Listen, this fucking trial is botched, bro. Instead of them pushing the trial back so the Shakurs could actually, you know, get down to the bottom of who was involved, they just, it's like what's that called? A speedy trial. Erica Love said, William Lassane. Yeah, William Lassane, y'all, thank you. I don't trust him for nothing. He be doing interviews with Butt First with the butt plugs over there. Like, and I saw him on the couch with Greg Caden cuddled up. I couldn't believe it. Pac, alleged so-called cousin, William Lassane. Huggy, huggy, rubby, touchy with Greg Bacon on the couch. I couldn't believe it. Hell, Josh said, Babe Balmer deserves mad credit for the work he does. I give him credit. You ain't never hear me give him credit? I said, Babe Balmer TV, he the leader of the new school. I give him total credit. I don't know if you meant that. I'm not giving him his credit, but I give him credit. That's my dog. Man, I got what, 2 interviews with Babe Balmer TV. Yeah, I think I got 2 interviews. One when I was at the Hopper Awards, the African Awards show in Cali, the red carpet, when I had that expensive ass business suit on. Never forget it. The shit was put in a dent, right? In my wallet, that suit I had on. And another one when I think I was at one of those fancy ass hotels in Cali, and I had on my Fendi jacket, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I definitely salute the Bay Barmer TV. That's my guy. No puff on the play. Let me see. I'm just trying to read y'all comments because sometimes I don't get to read y'all comments. Keefe trying to say Peter Pickerson. Y'all crazy. Little squeal. Okay, I think I caught up with the comments. Gangbangers turn rats. Reggie knew him from blocks. If Trayvon was such a shooter, the cops knew about him. They need to get him out on. Okay. Joseph, we got another Joseph in the building. Joseph Serpa, 21 gun salute. For the people. No, Val, I was just saying because I like the work you do. Oh, yeah, definitely. Babe Barmer TV, he actually uploaded the two different Thug Life tats, and Google AI says definitely two different Thug Life tats. I'm not gonna I'm not going to show the corpse again, the Thug Life, the autopsy pic. I need a break from that shit too. But shout out to Babe Barmer TV. Okay, she got mad at me because I got some Subway. What, the sandwiches? Oh shit. Y'all crazy. 21 gun salute. Did I give everybody a shout out? Message deleted by Little Jones. Who got shot? Who you just shooting niggas? Nigga Little Jones. Y'all out of order tonight. Nigga said target practice. Y'all crazy. Okay. So yeah, the real Dawn said, what if they didn't know the family members? Maybe that's what happening with the estranged cousins. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. For the people, thank you. Shout out to you and your daughter out there. All right, y'all. So we did a hell of a job, man. We talked about the 16 new jury that they selected. It looks like it's official. We're about to have a trial. We talked about Vegas getting the wrong info on a Cadillac, that it was a 1990 Cadillac that was involved. We talked about the Michael Duro letter, about Reggie being involved with Keffe D setting up Biggie to die. We talked about Tim Brandon, the first search affidavit party. We talked about the search warrants. I mean, the arrest warrants, the 30-year-old arrest warrants, where Trayvon Lane, his name is on one of the arrest warrants from 30 years ago, and he still didn't get arrested. Like, what the fuck? We talked about the Tim Brandon affidavit, the aff, not only the search warrants, well, excuse me, the arrest warrants. Not only did we talk about the 30-year-old arrest warrants, but I showed y'all, I uploaded the original affidavit so you ninjas could go over it yourselves and possibly send me info that you see that we haven't talked about. But we shout out to Erica Love, baby girl. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but Erica Love was the one that sent us the Tim Brandon official affidavit. We talked about Little Al in Orlando. We also talked about Michael Durden, Nino Durden, not Michael Durden, Nino Durden, and Gaddafi possibly seeing him as one of the shooters. We talked about Durden, right? We talked about Dirt Rock testifying, C. Ray, Mama James. Now he don't got no more teeth, neck bone. We talked about K Dub again wearing no socks in Vegas. And also, we talked about Reggie Wright lying for Trayvon Lane and putting him in actually in 2-1 gun salute. To my ninjas on the run, Ian, y'all stay out the way, you hear me? On my Jersey-ish, where you been? We about to end the live show. What the hell? On my Jersey-ish, where you been? We about to end the live show. What the hell? She said the kids. I hear you. Shout out to all the mamas out there and the parents getting their kids ready for back to school and all that. Shout out to the single moms out there and the single dads. Shit ain't easy. She said, I'll catch up. That's why we fucks with you. Keisha Dior, what happened to your wrench? Keisha Dior said, hey, Val, this is my new channel. What the hell? Let me see. Are you really Keisha Dior? Because, you know, I got to give you a pop quiz before you get a wrench. Let me see. Keisha Dior. When you come in the chat, what you normally do? Oh, shit. Keisha Dior. When you come in the chat, what's your norm? Like, even if I ain't see you in fucking 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 days, you usually do what to people? Let's see if this is the real Keisha Dior. When Keisha Dior comes in the chat, what she normally does? Yo, Ron B, what's good? I don't know. Keisha Dior, you usually shoot people. Right? This just wasn't safe. It's me, Val. Okay. All right. I want no issues. No issues. There you go. I don't want no issues with y'all. Especially the females in discretion, the wrench gang females. I saw it on my Jersey-ish. I said on my Jersey-ish, was you just on my ops channel? She said, motherfucker. Nah, she ain't say it like that. I was like, okay on my Jersey-ish. Okay. Relax. Well, I gave you back your wrench, Keisha. There you go. I gave you back your wrench. All right, y'all. I had a great live show. Shout out to the replay squad. I will be tapping in tomorrow and going live for you guys. And, yo, the saga continues. To my ninjas on the run. Oh, for the people who said we gonna find you. Jeez, I don't want no smoke. All right, y'all. Y'all stay out the way.